Hello, good afternoon, everybody. This is Craig Martin with Fathers on Q, coming back to you with another episode. Welcome back to the channel again. Um, like I said yesterday when I did the video about the Sesame Place kid being lost, um, I think I'm going to continue on with that. Something similar that happened um, on Lines in Union, where I used to be recreation coordinator in Irvington Housing Authority, and just show you my perspective on another event that happened. Um, and I want to say it was probably the summer of 2006. That was my last summer um, before budget cuts and things of that nature. And a couple of people were let go in that October of that year. So that was my last year at the Housing Authority. So, and my last summer doing summer trips and all that. So just to set up this story, the title of this one is going to be Rahway Pool. A lot of y'all that listen may have gone to Rahway Pool, may have had family members that grew up going to Rahway Pool. Excuse me one second. Tangled up here. And for those of y'all who don't know about Rahway Pool is in Rahway, New Jersey. It's next to Linden. It borders on the other side is Linden. You got Winfield Park, Clark, I believe, and on the other side is Rahway, Woodbridge, Avenel, I believe, something like that. So it's kind of like in the middle of that area in northern New Jersey. So today, Rahway Pool. So just to set everything up. So I worked there at Irvington Housing Authority from July 96 to October of 2006. And over that time, I never had an incident, because what would happen was we would have after school program during the school year, then it would transition into summer camp for like 8 weeks. So from say like the Monday after 4th of July until say the middle of August, and then we would take the last week off before we start back over after Labor Day to start after school program again. So during that time, over the years, it got better and better. We used to do more trips in the summertime. Like there was usually maybe 3, maybe 4 trips a week. So one of the trips was especially after the 2000s, after 2001, 2002, up until 2006, I would take the kids to like the movies. The movies had something on Wednesdays where up in West Orange, where they could come in for the movies for $5 or $3. I think it was $5. So they go to the movies for $5. And it was like the matinee early in the morning. It was like a 10 o'clock movie, 10 to like 11:30 or something like that. So they would eat breakfast, get on and take the mans in the 22 passenger bus. They did the kids to the movies. I told them bring their snack money, get their little snack pack. They would get discount on that too. So a whole bunch of different summer camps there, but they would show older movies like the Rugrats, stuff like that. Well, you name it, something like a 90s, late 90s, mid 90s movie or something like that, or early 2000 movie. So the kids, something they already seen, but they don't care. They just want to go to the movie. So that was one trip. And then the other one was to the pool, depending on how hot it was, on like a Thursday. And then Friday was usually a trip to a recreational place, like a Fun Time America, Funplex. There was a time I took them to what's that, Mountain Creek up there. Took them there, and all sorts of different places. But mostly it was inside. But then sometimes I took them to Sandy Hook, Cheesequake Park, different places where they can be outside and doing stuff. We did a couple of years. We did we had the Rangers. At Cheesequake Park, helped to teach the kids how to fish. So we had the fishing poles for them, boom, 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 boom. And that was a good time too. So they would always have 2 or 3 trips every week. So Rahway Pool was one of the ones where once I took them the first time, it was like almost a weekly thing because they always wanted to go back. They wanted to go back. But back then, Rahway Pool didn't open to the public until 1:30 because I think they did the summer camps, all the camps in the area. We had the pool into the morning till like 12. They were shut down for like an hour and a half or so, something like that. And then at 1:30, it was open to the public. You know, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm talking, this was back in 2002, 2006. So this story is interesting because it's one of the one times where something actually went wrong, other than the story I told yesterday about the kid getting lost in Sesame Place. So if you guys are listening to this message, if y'all could, I don't want to call his name out, but y'all can send me a DM message on Facebook. If y'all know his name, the first person who sends me a DM message, I'll send you $10. Okay, if you get it right. Okay, all right. So get that out of the way. The first person who sends me the correct name, direct message on Facebook, Fathers on Cue at Facebook. You could do the search in the search bar, look it up, and then send me a message on DM. If you know who that person is, I don't want to put his name out on from Sesame Place, what happened in Sesame Place, but if y'all know who it is, just send me a direct message and I'll send you a $10 Cash App, Venmo, whatever. Okay, so get that out the way. So, anyways, move forward. Rahway Pool. I think I was still a resident of Union County at the time. I hadn't moved to East Orange yet. Bought a house in East Orange in 05. So I don't think I moved to East Orange just yet. But anyways, I used a discount, so I'd get them in Rahway Pool for $3 a piece. So it was 20, 30 kids that would go, plus 3 or 4 counselors that went with me. So at the time, I told the kids, listen, everybody put your bathing suit on, bring your towel. That way you don't have to worry about changing. You could just go get in the pool, which shouldn't be, but that's a whole other story we're about to get into. So anybody knows about how Rahway Pool works. There's like an arch, I guess, and you can actually see from the sidewalk in front of the building where you gotta go through the entrance, and then there's an exit side, there's an entrance side on the left. Gotta line up, go through that way, and you can exit the other way, coming through the same vestibule. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, vestibule. But you can see straight back to the pool area from the front. So usually we would be kind of like get there early, like 1 o'clock. So we'd be like in the front, middle of the pack, whatever. So what I would do, I think I had 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably like 6 counselors, like 3 adults, and four junior counselors. So I would tell them, okay, I'll take the kids in, and I'm going to pay. So you had to pay cash. There was no, I don't think back then there was cards or anything. You had to pay cash. So 30 kids, roughly $90. Bam, paying $90. Everybody gets in. So the interesting part about the story is this. I think back then, the last time I went to Rahway Pool, I think it was the summer of 2019. I took my kids over there. I think my brother's girls, his girls, my nieces went. And I think they took the high dive. I didn't see the high dive anymore. So this story is kind of like based around the high dive. So if anybody remembers where the high dive was at Rahway Pool, you had to go around. You had to go around the walk through concrete, and the big pool was right there. And you had to walk around to get to the high dive. So, but it was a ways around. You still had to go away. Either way you went, you still had to go a long way around. So I would tell them, all right, take everybody in the corner, in the back, so we can kind of watch our stuff. Put your towels down, whatever, leave them there, and then you could go get in the pool. Because mostly everybody had gotten swimming lessons, or they knew how to swim, or if they didn't know how to swim, they were supposed to stay in the shallow area, like in the 3 feet or whatever. Most of the kids were in the 4 feet or so. They were that tall or whatever, because the summer camp ran from, say, 6 years old to 6 to 12 or 13, depending. So most of the kids were big enough to be in the forefront. So this is what happened. I mean, it's not funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny. It's kind of funny now. That's all I can tell you. Hold on one second. Excuse me one second. I get a little water. So as I was paying, the kids went in. This is how fast it happened. I was paying. So okay, everybody go through. They counted everybody. So I turned to go pay. I'm paying the people. I'm paying the people, and I get my receipt. And I think I took maybe 3 steps. I don't think I was fully out of the vestibule yet. You know, getting into like out of the shadows of the vestibule to walk around to make sure everybody was all right. They were actually bringing one of my kids back. The lifeguard was bringing one of the kids back into the lifeguard station. The lifeguard station was maybe on the right side. So if you're walking in, the lifeguard station was on the right. And they could, you know, they had a screen or whatever, but then they had the lifeguard stands around the whole pool. Lifeguard was bringing the little boy back. So I'm saying to myself, what in the world happened within not even 2 minutes of me paying these people, turning, you know, just not nonchalant, like this is gonna be another pool. We're gonna have a nice day at the pool. Everything's gonna be good. No issues, no problems. Everybody should be down. Everybody should be cool. We'll all have a good time swimming. They'll be sleeping on the bus on the way home, all that chlorine, and it'll be a great day. They can talk about it for the rest of the day. I shouldn't have said, all right, it was a boy. So bring the boy back. I ain't gonna say his name, but tomorrow I'm gonna ask y'all the same question. So whoever know his name, you know, but that's for tomorrow. So they're bringing the little boy back. Now, mind you, like I said earlier in this video, they done been to all different types of places. They done been in the ocean at Sandy Hook. Nobody got in trouble. Nobody had any issues. Nobody had to be saved by a lifeguard until my last summer of working. So boys coming, they bring him to the thing. So I said, what happened? So, like I said, all the kids had taken swimming lessons at one time or another during the course of the school year, because we did something with the YMCA downtown North, teach them how to swim. Most of them knew how to swim. However, there's always a few that you think you know, but you don't know till one of these things happen. This boy jumped off the high dive into 15 feet, but didn't know how to swim. I can't, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't make it no plainer than that. I can't. So I asked him. He was all right. They got him out. He didn't, you know, he was just flailing around. He didn't really go under. So from what they were telling me, I asked him, why would you jump off the high dive and you don't know how to swim? I wanted to try it. It looked like it was fun or something along those lines. Don't quote me totally. It's been 16 years or so, but you know, I'm sure he would be able to tell it better than me because he was the one that was there. But if I recall correctly, he said he wanted to try it. It looked like it was fun. I said, okay. Are you going to do it again? That was my second question for him. He said, no, I don't think I'm going to try that again. Okay, good. So eventually he got back in the pool, but that high dive was off limits to everybody after that, in our group at least. So Rahway pool, high dive. Like I said, I went to the pool 2019 summer, and I think they took the high dive out once they reconfigured the pool, whatever they did to it. more like an L shape now, I believe. And yeah, so the high dive is out. So I just wanted to share that story with you guys that, you know, it's funny how you go to different places, and with but for the most part, the same group of kids. They kind of they grew up in the same area, and they come to camp every year. They're in the after school program, which transitions into summer camp program with the breakfast and lunch program through the township, where they get that every day. So through all those years, it's just ironic. The last summer that I was there was when I had the one issue. I mean, there's behavioral issues which you have to deal with some kids who ain't never been nowhere. They don't know how to act. That's different. This boy almost, had real issues, so to speak. And I'm saying, wow, this whole time I've been working there for 10 years, and now my last year, I have this one issue. And that was it for the high dive. But all in all, the summer was a blast. After, the rest of it, I think that was the end of July, something like that. One of them Thursdays or Fridays in July, we went to the Rahway pool. And, I just told everybody after that, no more high dive. Don't even think about going over there. But shout out to that young man. I'm still in contact with him. I still see him doing great things, and I hope he's still doing great things. And shout out to his family and his other siblings, man. I hope y'all all doing the best with you guys' lives. So, Mr. Martin, watching, man. I'm still watching y'all, even though y'all are in y'all 20s and stuff like that. And you probably have your own kids. Trust me, I'm still here watching y'all. And if y'all need me, I'm always here. All right. So that's today's story, man. Tomorrow's gonna be even better. I got another good one for you tomorrow. So please tune in tomorrow. Check me out on the Anchor podcast. If you don't enjoy videos or see my beautiful face, you can check it out on podcasts on Anchor and other outlets where you get podcasts like Spotify and things of that nature. So check it out there. Jump on the YouTube channel, follow us on Q. Like, subscribe, share. I'm looking to get to 5,000 likes by the end of June. So that's my goal. So please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification. Like I said, I'm doing videos every day. I was doing them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but now I feel as though I need to ramp it up some. Sometimes you got to step out and be more consistent in what you do. And this is what I like to do, just sharing stories of what has been going on in the atmosphere, I guess, over the years with the things I've done with different jobs. So I don't know which one I'm going to do tomorrow, but whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be a good one. So tune back in tomorrow, same time, 6 o'clock. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. I'm going to hit the outro.